这次呢，环评会也特别邀请到来自肯亚的教授，他是目前于国立政治大学教授非洲肯亚当地语言 Swahili 以及非洲的研究。让我们来欢迎 Professor Kennedy 来告诉我们一下肯亚的故事及当地的情况。
Hello, good afternoon, Chairman, the other staff, and the great musician. I hear you're very popular, Lisa and Claire, and all the media. Thank you for having me here. My name is Kennedy. I not only teach Swahili, but also teach business and English. And it's absolutely an honor to be here this afternoon for what Taiwan, you're thinking of doing to my country. I was born in Kenya, I grew up there, and I also grew up in America. That's where I was educated. And I had a chance to work for Obama's campaign for 6 months. And although we do have a great man on the planet, we still have a problem. We have had a great late Professor Wangali Madai. And I remember since being a young man, she's been there for the last almost 4 decades of helping the country to plant trees. And she has been able to help the country to plant more than 5 million trees. And she did encourage all of us, and still tell you, man, of sharing with you, Lisa, that I have 2 trees of mine since I was a child, from primary school and high school, that I did plant, and it had to be because of Professor Wangali Madai. So whenever I do go to my university, my schools, I do go and visit my trees. But in many part of the Kenya, especially northern Kenya, in Turkana, in Samburu, they're absolute drought, and there's always starvation, people dying of starvation because there's no trees, there's nothing. So there is a devastation. Not only that, there's also a problem with deforestation, where there's too much logging of and cutting trees, and they do not replenish those. They don't even technically do that. And so I think that there is a need to help Kenya, especially in parts of northern Kenya where they're technically having a problem in terms of starvation and lack of trees and lack of rain. I'll tell you a story. My own farm, from my grandpa, I have almost 20 acres of land that I did inherit from him and my parents. But the point of the matter is, from many years, from 70s, they left me a land and said, you need to continue planting trees. Grandpa died almost 15 years ago, and it was 10 acres of land of trees. Now we only have 5. I'm leaving at the end of this month, not just because I knew about this beautiful environment and great endeavor, to go and plant more trees. Every year I go to Kenya, I do plant trees in my land, so I'm thinking of doing another 100, also to commemorate the great woman, Professor Wangali Madai, her first anniversary, so I'll be planting 100 trees in my farm. And so I would be able to implore you, if you ever come to Kenya, you can use some of my seedlings, some of my trees, so that you can be able to plant all over the country. And I would be absolutely very proud if you ever came back to Kenya. I wouldn't mind to share some of my trees. Just tell you one more thing about this country. When I been here for 2 years and I've been traveling around Taiwan, there's something that has impressed me so much other than the people. It is the trees, the forest. It is the beauty whenever you look around Taiwan, every place from Kaohsiung, Kanting, to Hualien, to Taipei, it is green. What you always talk about, when I'm here, I feel at home, I feel alive. And they will say, why can't you be able to have the same experience, the same trees, how you're protecting your environment, you're protecting this Mother Nature. And this is the kind of experience we want to get from you, your expertise, your knowledge, to help other parts of Africa, to technically give them that life. You don't need to give them band-aids or money or food, just trees. If they can find trees, they can get the trees, they'll have life, they'll have food, people will be happy. And so whenever I'm here, I'm absolutely, and I go to Yamisani every week just to smell the trees, to be out in the trees and say, why can't we have the same thing that we have in Taiwan? Support this great movement. Support them in finance, in your moral. Please help them to help others. And I know you are doing a great job down in South where you had a problem with a typhoon in Morocco. And continue doing the same thing. We want to learn from you. There's so many students who come from Africa, not only just to learn about forestations and all the other things, but also horticulture. So Taiwan, there's many people come over here. We want you to have another footstep, so you can leave a footprint in African countries by showing us how you do it. And it's great that what you're doing here. We applaud you, and we want you to support you, and you will support us, because all we need is we can leave a smile to all of us faces. They normally say, without Mother Nature, we are all motherless. We can't protect this planet. That's all we got. We're all motherless, whether you're in Taiwan, whether in Africa, Europe, whatever it is. Let's protect this environment. Let's support this program and this great Ripon Foundation in terms of whatever they may need. Please, please, please